Let's turn to the Pacific now, where the geopolitical chess game continues. This time, China has made a move, and a rather bold one too. China has deployed uniformed police officers to Kiribati. Around 12 of them arrived last year. The plan is to rotate the cops every 6 months. Some quick questions now. Where is Kiribati? It's a tiny island, an island nation rather, in the Pacific. The total population is just 115,000. 115,000 people. Why is China sending police officers there? Because Kiribati is strategically important. Its closest neighbor is the United States of America, specifically the state of Hawaii. Plus, it has one of the largest exclusive economic zones, some 3.5 million square kilometers of it. So simply put, Kiribati is prime real estate in the Pacific, which is why China is making these moves. They signed a security deal back in 2022. It allows China to station police officers in Kiribati. There is no police station yet, but down the line, who knows? Now, Washington has not taken this news well. They're angry and they're lashing out. Listen to the official statement, and I'm quoting, "We do not believe importing security forces from China will help any Pacific island country. Instead, doing so risks fueling regional and international tensions." So what are they doing about it? Nothing, just complaining as of now. You see, the race for Kiribati did not begin yesterday. In 2021, China was eyeing a base there. They decided to upgrade an airstrip from the Second World War. So Washington countered. They promised to rebuild a wharf and open an embassy in Kiribati. It's been more than 2 years now. Neither promise has been fulfilled. And this sums up what's happening in the Pacific. China makes the first move, the US offers a counter, but the politics in Washington drowns it out. We've told you about Joe Biden's massive aid bill. It's worth more than $100 billion. Some of that money is meant for the Pacific Islands, specifically 3 of them, Marshall Islands, Palau, and Micronesia. The US agreed to give them economic assistance. In return, Washington got military access to their ports. A win-win deal. Except the money has not come yet. It is yet to be passed by the US Congress. So these island nations are losing patience. The Marshall Islands president has issued a dire warning. He says relations are being destroyed by the aid delay. She also said it's an opening for China. And you can't really blame her. These countries are not economic powerhouses. They do not have a lot of people, but they do need the money. The rising seas are slowly eating up these islands, so climate financing is the need of the hour for them. It's an existential issue for the Pacific. But what does Washington do? Debate and bicker over domestic politics. Meanwhile, China has no such issues. If Xi Jinping says he will give you money, the money will come. No checks, no balances, no holdups. And that's what happened in Kiribati. Until 2019, they recognized the regime in Taiwan, but that year they changed sides. Kiribati decided to switch from Taiwan to China, and the reward was instant. In 2020, China gave aid worth $21 million to Kiribati. For a country of 115,000 people, that is a lot of money. In return, Kiribati signed the security deal. So did another Pacific country, Solomon Islands. They too are hosting Chinese police officers. But what's the end game here? Why is Beijing sending cops to the Pacific? Kiribati says the officers are working with the local police. They're helping with the crime database. But there is a strategic angle here. For starters, it helps with surveillance. These cops can keep tabs on local politics and attitudes, maybe even influence or pressure leaders. Secondly, to control the diaspora. Some 80,000 Chinese live in the Pacific. This is China's way of policing them. And finally, to one-up the US. Police officers represent a Chinese security presence. They may not be soldiers, but they do help China project power. Beijing's ultimate goal is to have a pan-Pacific policing presence. They tried that in 2022, but the Pacific Islands rejected them. The question is, for how much longer? Talk of values and democracy won't keep the Pacific Islands afloat. They need funds, and they need the money now.